Go over here to the far left, to the little window, and then type in snipping tool. All I did was SN, and there's snipping tool right there. It's a desktop app. Click it and see it comes up over here. Okay, I go to my Google Chrome and I come up and I go Google and I just put the G and it comes up. Okay, if you want to look at stock photos, go over here to image, right up there. Make it easy. And there we have a bunch of pictures, but I'm looking for a particular view here, and you want to look at the size. If it's like 300 or 300 pixels by 200, it's going to be so small. This is 512. That's going to work. There's several ways of capturing this photo that I want, and the snipping tool I've found is the easiest. You click on it, you go new, and when you do, notice everything goes opaque. And I'm in the mode for rectangle, and so what I do is I put my cursor right about here, because I will capture just the part I want, and I just kind of drag it. So you have to kind of estimate what you need. Okay, right about there. I do want edges around there so that I can cut out this background. I let go, and there is my photo placed on my clipboard. Now, this is good. It's stored on my clipboard, so now I can paste it anywhere I want. I have Microsoft Paint, which is a great tool for quickly sizing photos and doing a little touch-up work. It's part of your package on Microsoft Windows. So I go down here and I click on this, and that brings my Microsoft Paint up. Notice right here, paste. I simply do that, and right there I have my photo. Now, when I click on this, the select lines go around and it's pasted now. Notice a little corner over here. You see double arrows right there. Left click and I drag it up because I don't want all of that white. And you can even go up just a little bit more and take out the white lines if you want. Come over here, I do a file, I save as, and I go up to JPEG. If you do the default, it'll be BMP, and you don't want that. So just come right across here, move up, and there. Okay, I'm going to save it in my photo edit projects. So I double click on that, and now that folder is selected. Now I'm going to place this picture into my folder of subjects that I want. Comes up untitled, so I'm going to make a side view. Okay, let's see. We're gonna do the same picture I did before to make it easy. What I do is click on that. It shows up over here. I'm under manage, so I can select any of the photos I wanted. Now I come over to edit. Okay, there's my base photo, and it's in my window to edit, and this is the background that I'm going to use. And now I am going to select the side view, 3/4 view, and here's the folder that it was in. Actually, it was in underneath. It was actually photo edit projects is where I put that 3/4 view, and there it is. So I had two different folders there. I should have put them all into one, but you get the idea. This may happen to you. Now I take this one with my cursor, left click, and I simply drag it over underneath here, and bam, this is placed in there. And it's a little small. I should have, it would have been nice if I would have had a bigger one, but that's okay. Is my select tool. This is my panning tool. Select will allow me to select this layer or this layer. This is my background layer. This is the layer that I put right over top. If you notice, I can pull this anywhere I want. Well, I kind of want him in front of the gas pump. We're going to erase all of the background except for the outline of the Slingshot. Erase tool right here, and there's a little down arrow. You click on that and you have erase and you have background erase. What I'm looking for is size right here. The size is 110. If I want to go down, I can click down, or I can go up. And watch, when I go real high, if I had a real large background, this is how big it is. Now we'll go down lower. Sometimes you want to get real close to the edge. You want it small. Okay, see how it got smaller there? Okay, what I do is left click and drag, and I can get close to this. Now it might be good to go back to my select tool and make this bigger so you can watch this. Whoop. Okay, let's get it bigger because we can always size it down. Okay, now you'll notice that the background shows through. This is a layer over top. If you notice, you don't see anything underneath, but I'm going to erase all of the background. Now this is where your skill is going to come in, to not erase the roll bars or the top of the seat. So you have to practice with this and you'll get good at it, and maybe go with erase. Now be careful with this, because if you touch into like there, see, I just got into the seat. Well, if you do that, no problem. Come over here, and here's the undo tool. Okay, there were 2 marks I made. I'm back to normal. So when you're trying to remove a lot of the very large background, get the erase tool first. But don't go close to the edges, or you could make a mistake and take out a rear view mirror or something. If you use the background tool here, you notice the little spots. It doesn't do as well for background of large areas, and you'll have to go back and clean it up. So just use this to get close, and some of the big areas, like, whoop, see, I just got into it a little bit, so I back up. Now just being careful. There you go. And you may want the shadows in there, so keep it in there. And don't hold it a long time. Do short maneuvers, because if you make an error, it'll be easier to correct a small space than a large space. In the shadows. Okay. We're doing it. Okay. Okay, I think you're getting the idea. Here, when I have this box, I can move this now. Whoop, grab him and move him. Okay, and now I can kind of size them down a little bit. When you go down in size, things look a lot better. And then we can pull him over here and find, we don't want to cover up interesting parts, so we need to get him in the proper perspective for the size of the pumps. And when you want to take out the lines, you do the hand over here and there. Now we have some little areas that we have to dress up here and kind of blend this a little bit, and we may need to make him a little smaller. I'm not sure right at this point, but you can experiment to work with the subject in the foreground there. And I could bring him down just a little bit and put him closer to the pumps. Then take it back and see how that looks. That looks kind of natural, but I could bring him up. Let's bring him up to a better size for checking the areas. Now, let's see if we can dress the area. See, you can kind of move him around, and there we can see we may have a little, those are little marks there that we got to get out. And if you just go close, see, it'll do the job. Now we need to go right along here. Okay, see, I can get that right there, and you can see through that. And we'll try to blend this in a little bit. There you go. I am going to go back to my select tool. I'm going to resize this back to my position that I liked. He looks a little too small there, maybe. I'm going to make him a little bigger. This is a judgment as to relation of the pumps and that car back there. Now that looks about right. Now that's the look I really wanted when I first did this, but I didn't have this picture available. You go here and you can rotate it if you needed to straighten it up or tilt it. Like if the picture was slightly tilted down, you can put it back normal. Now I'm going to use my undo to get him back to the normal position right there. Let's see. There. That's about the way I wanted it. And that doesn't look too bad. So if I like that, what I'm going to do is go over here and save it. So I click here and I go down to Save As. And I'm going to put it in my folder right here, Projects. So I know I put the Slingshot at the pump. And then I save him as a JPEG. And I close this out. And I am done. But picture, open them up to large. And then I can get it full view. Now you can see that if this should have been a larger, maybe a larger photo, a better photo, and it would have looked more crisp. It kind of looks like it was pasted in there, but there's a lot of techniques and things you can do to control that. But you want a good large photo to work with, and with high pixel count. That's the best. Okay, there you have it. How to edit a photo with multiple layers and place your Slingshot in a background that you particularly like.